Hey guys, what's going on? On today's how-to, we're going to be installing a Cobb air intake. So the first thing you got to do is take the little snorkel off. Those are 10 millimeters, and then take off all your hoses and get those out of the way. Alright, now that the snorkel's out of the way, we got to take off the mass airflow sensor. So that's just 2 Phillips screws, and then you can pop that out of the way. And then as far as the hose, just 2 hose clamps, that'll come off. And then this box is attached from underneath. Down here it's just 2 screws. Alright, so now we got all the hose clamps loose. So the top of the box with the filter will come out. Then you can take off the rest of this hose. And then for the box down here, there's 2 bolts. You got one right there and then one on the other side, and those are both 12s. So take those out. Alright, so now that the stock box is out of the way, we need to put this L bracket in here, and that'll go into the bolt where the stock box was. So just leave that in there loose, and then you'll have to take out that bolt right down there to put on the new box. And then on your new box, you need to install the little hose clips from the stock one, and make sure the smaller hose is on the bottom side of each of them. And then Cobb gives you these rubber pieces to put around all the edges, so put that on there. Then this will go in. It'll drop down just like that. You have one hole right there that you'll put down there. And then on this side, that'll go where your boost control solenoid is. So put that behind there. Now that the car is cooled down, Cobb gave us these 2 new hoses to replace your stock coolant lines going to your air expansion tank. So 2 different sizes, 2 different styles. The smaller hose will replace the smaller one going into the where the overflow goes on the radiator. And then the big one obviously onto this one. The best way to do this is just to take a pair of vice grips and just pinch them off, and then you can take off the hose clamp and they'll come right off and you won't have a lot of leakage. Alright, so we got the box in and bolted down. Make sure you got your MAF sensor plug-in routed underneath here, and then you can put your inlet on with the hose clamps, and then put your MAF back into the intake, and then this will go in on this side of the box, and then put your actual filter on. So one more thing, you got to install this bracket to help hold down the lid. Just take the bolt out that holds up this ground wire, and then make sure you put the ground wire between the bracket and the car, and put the bolt back in. So on this piece you have to cut this side down a little bit to be able to get your filter in there. The other side you don't have to worry about. You can either just cut it from here, still being in the car, or you can completely take it out if you don't want it in there.